Welcome. You're now locked into another episode. Let's go! Of the Bear and Tails podcast, bringing you your weekly injection of gaming. Let's go! Content creation and overall nonsense.
What just fucking happened, bro?
Coming straight from their live streams on Twitch to your headphones at home.
Big time energy.
Let's go!
Let's begin.
Hey, yo!
Hello.
Hi.
I was just telling you how weird I feel today.
I think you look great.
Now I'm wearing tie-dye. Tie-dye shirt with my Harry Potter glasses. I look like a goddamn hippie, bro. And I'm hungover, so.
Would that be the
Story of my life.
the decade you'd like to live in?
No.
Where do you want to go? 80s?
I want to live in the medieval times and Viking time. That's the times I want to live in. We've talked about this.
I know, but I'm more talking like the past. Like, let's say 1950s forward. What decade are you choosing?
I want to live in Flapper Girl. Sorry.
Get it, Nala!
I want to live in Flapper Girl.
Swing dancing?
Flapper Girl era.
Mhm.
What is that? The 30s something.
Would you be able, I don't know, back then, right? You had like women had like the housewife roles and all that. Would you be able to do that?
Yeah, but I'd own a brothel.
I love how fucking casual you just said that. Like, no, I've already mapped this out.
I'd own a brothel. Because listen, I told you this last night too. I made my way onto brothel TikTok, and I don't know how the fuck I got there, but I got there. And it was a guy talking about in Australia, Melbourne. That's Australia, right? Melbourne.
Yeah.
And it's legal, and he owns his own brothel. He's got different rooms. He was going through like the different like lineup of girls. He didn't show anything, obviously. And then they have a glory hole. I don't know exactly what I think that's when you stick your pee-pee through the hole or something.
And you don't know who's on the other side, correct?
And you don't know but I guess that's their most popular thing, which is crazy. But yeah, there's like brothels and like it's just really interesting. Like so many people were commenting on it, like having so many questions because it's like illegal over here, which I think is bullshit. Like I've always said that I think prostitution should be legal, with certain regulations, obviously, so that like sexually transmitted diseases, you have to be safe, but it's regulated, right? But I've always said that I thought prostitute. I don't even like using that word. I think I just think that, you know, if you want to drive home and you want to get diddled later on and you want to pay for that to happen because you're alone and you don't have someone to do that for you, or you want to switch it up, I think you should be able to go pay for it and be able to do it. Who can tell you what the fuck you can do with your body? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're just in such a modern day and age that like other countries have it. There's other that are legal, and these women make a lot of money, and I don't think it's anything to be looked down upon as long as it's clean and everything's okay. But like
Vegas has
what
them.
if you you want a handy on your way home? Whatever, stop really quickly, get a handy, you're good to go.
Not Vegas proper, but outside of Vegas, like 90 minutes, there's the I forget what it's called, but that's where like the bunny ranch is and stuff like that. There's an area in Nevada that is completely legal with prostitution, and I don't know, like, how does one county get that approved from a government regulation standpoint?
But they're probably taxes wise, they're probably like paying. It's the same thing with legalizing marijuana. About fucking damn time. Now you guys can now it's taxed, and they actually, this country can try to make money again. But like, I feel like we're moving out of an era where like things were frowned upon and shouldn't be frowned upon anymore with everything going on. I just don't think, it should be illegal.
I have
and I think
such an image in my head of you, by the way, Madam Tails, just like pounding on the door, just pounding on the door. 2 minutes.
Like, these are my ladies. I have the best ladies in this town. I have the best ladies.
Would you do ladies and men, or would you just do ladies?
Oh yeah.
You
do everything.
Full offering.
Listen, people are kinky as fuck.
I know
this. But people are too, depending on what your kink is. Everyone's got their little thangy thing. But people are usually, unless you're really fucking weird, but people don't talk about it because it's like it's taboo. You don't. I said that right?
Yeah.
You just don't talk about it. But like, people have some sick ass fetishes out there, and I mean, I shouldn't judge, but like, some of them are just.
We talk about no kink shaming. You know, that's one thing we always joke about it on our stream. Is just listen, whatever you're into, that's you. You know, you go get.
Yeah, unless it's fucked up though, then it's like you're fucking.
Yeah,
gross.
I mean, unless you're like into like hurting, like not like BDSM, but like hurting people. Like if there's some stuff that like is a no-go.
I'm gonna have sex and murder you and rip your face off.
Yeah.
And
we don't.
Cut your
Let it be known, in case we haven't said this
fucking
before,
weird.
let it be known the Bear and Tails podcast does not support murderers. Okay?
No.
We just don't.
Unless they're hot.
I'll tell you that. So get this. So all right. Anyone who's been
hot murderers are okay.
Anyone who's been following our journey knows, if you've been watching the It Takes Two series that Tails and I have been playing, she's been joking about where I've had to leave streams to go early and what's been going on.
Yeah, Bear, why don't you tell us what's been going on in your personal life? We want to know.
So I'm going to officially come out and tell you guys I have been going on a couple of dates.
I fucking knew it. You kept saying, I'm going on dates with your mom. I'm like, bro, just tell us what's going on.
I had some other stuff that was going on as well. But when I'm on some IRL dates, and in context of everything that we just started talking about, let me tell you, it is.
You went on a date with a murderer?
No, I did not. But it's fucking weird out here, Tails. These streets are fucking weird.
I don't want to date. I don't want to be out on the streets.
So
I don't want to.
Last time that I had to date was probably about 8 years ago, right? And I was in my early 20s, and you're just kind of whatever. I'm just in a different place in my life, right? Now I got a kid. I've been through a divorce. Like I kind of know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. I'm not trying to bullshit time. Like back then I was like, okay, if I see somebody that's like 80% compatible, I can forego the other 20 because I'm like, we'll figure that out because
percentages.
Right. That's just kind of how I'm thinking, but like these chicks are fucking nuts.
Well, you didn't have dating apps back then. So now you do. So now you have a whole other world of women that you never would have met normally just by going out. You're meeting, I'm going to tell you something. You're meeting the human race. Welcome to the human race. Can be good. It can be very scary sometimes. Our breed is like no other. And you are going to find that out real quick. I'll tell you that.
I'll give you some great stories of how this has been going so far.
Wait, I want you to talk about the rock.
We'll start.
Girl.
We can start there. We can start there.
The girl with the rock collection.
We can start there.
I hope they don't listen to this podcast. Listen, no offense. Do what you gotta do.
I get it.
I had a rock collection when I was 12.
So I am messaging this girl. I'm on. So just to give context of where we are.
Hold on a second. Wait. I just want to say this though. I guess it depends on what kind of rocks, because I know that like amethyst and like gems and stuff like that are very popular in regards to healing and stuff like that. But anyways, keep going. Sorry, I'm not talking shit on people that collect rocks like that, like minerals. I don't know if that's what minerals is. That what they're called?
And listen, it's totally. It's just it. There's nothing wrong with anything that you're into or who you are as a person. It's just, does that match with the person you're talking to? And this was a situation. The answer was no. Okay, I'm just not into rocks, and I'll tell you what's going on here. So I'm messaging this girl on Hinge, and we're kind of bantering back and forth. And I asked her, like, what kind of hobbies are you into? Like, what do you like to do outside of work? And like, if you have spare time, like, how do you interact? And she goes, I collect rocks.
Wait, that's the first thing she says. I go to the gym, I go hiking, you could even say you paint.
She doesn't try to backdoor that in any way. Yeah, no, I like hanging out with friends.
I collect rocks.
Well, I collect rocks. And so being a conversationalist, because listen, that's the one thing that I do enjoy as an extrovert. Like, I love meeting people. I love getting to know people. I love like people watching. Yeah. So like that aspect of it is so cool. So when she says this, I'm like, okay, I got to get down to the bottom of this. So I'm like, okay, so tell me about these rocks. And like, I'm expecting, to your point, like minerals and collections, and we're buying like crystals and things like that.
Yeah.
Nope. She finds rocks and hangs onto them, and then walks around with them in her pockets. And the rocks are different colors to match her outfits. I cannot fucking make this up, Tails.
No.
Like, could you imagine being like, God, I really want to wear this top, but my rock for that is like, I just wore that rock yesterday. She has rocks in her pockets.
Well, I mean, if you ever went on a date with her and you're wondering what was in her pockets. And
is that a rock in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me?
Exactly. No, but that is very interesting. That is
that wasn't good. Somebody looked at my phone on a first date.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. She went through your phone
on a first date. So we're talking about what I do for a living, right? And I told her that I create content. I'm talking about all this stuff. She's on TikTok, but like, you know, as a viewer, not a content creator. And so later on in the date, we're kind of bantering back and forth, and she says something that reminds me of a really funny TikTok. So it's like, oh my God, I got to show you this. So I pull up the TikTok, I hand her my phone. She looks at it, she laughs. She goes, can I send this to myself? I go, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm trying to flag down our waiter. I see our waiter over there bantering with some other people. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go hang out with our waiter. I walk over to the waiter, come back. And what she did is, instead of sending it via DMs, which I thought she was going to do, she sent it via text message to herself. When I approach, I see the text messages. She closes it, hands me my phone. Okay. I open up my phone. She's in my text messages, not on the text message to her, but the text messages between me and my ex-wife. No.
Oh,
fuck off. No way.
You are paying for your own dinner. Get out. What the fuck? Bro, oh my God.
These bitches be psycho tails. Crazy.
Dude, I feel for you right now. I don't even know how you even are navigating that life right now.
I'm super into rocks is the moral of the story.
Oh my God. I know. I actually genuinely wish you pushed that conversation more and had her send you pictures, because I'm genuinely
Do you want me to pick it back up? Because I think I pretty much killed it. I think I killed it pretty quick after that.
Wait, what did you say to her? You were just like,
I think there was like one or two more responses, and then just fucking radio silence. Like, yo, how what are you gonna do? Like, what? What's the weirdest thing? What's the weirdest thing in obviously limitations? What's the weirdest thing you think you could walk into on a first date, or like the first time you go to somebody's house? I'm really nervous about it. If anyone ever comes to this house and sees this setup, like, yo, like, what? Like, they really got to understand what it is I do for a living.
They're going to think you're like, then you tell them like you're a cam boy and you have an OnlyFans, and that
it's an OnlyBears, premium content.
They, there's some people out there that like them boys thick.
Listen,
you make a shit ton of money.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. But yeah, the rocks was a new one. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
How did you end it? I want to know how you ended it.
You want me to actually pull up the conversation?
Just say, were you just like, all right, we'll talk to you later?
Kind of. I
talked to her.
No, I was like, all right, I think I got some stuff to do. I'll message you later. Here it is, right here. Maybe so much more than people think. Have you been? Okay, so we're talking about Vegas. Because we were talking about like where is she originally from? She's originally from Ohio. I explained that I lived in Vegas for 5 years. Like, Vegas is so cool. It's so much different than people think. Have you ever been? She goes, I've never been to Vegas. And then she was like, all right, I think I'm.
Was she hot?
She's cute.
I mean, you swiped on her, so she had to have been attractive, though.
Yeah, she's cute.
Was she attractive enough to be able to get past the rocks?
No.
Okay.
No.
So there.
And here's the thing. Like, if it was a rock collection at home, that's one thing. Carrying rocks in your pockets.
That's fucked up. I went on a date one time with a guy, and he ended up taking me back to his place because I thought we were like gonna do the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Dance.
And he ended up taking me back to his parents' place because he lives with his parents, which were fine. I was younger at that time,
what a bold
still.
Move.
But no, and then we were like, okay, well, we had the whole like walk in. I'm saying we're in like 20s, right? So like kind of we're adults. All right, well, honey, just make sure you keep the door open. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna play video games. We go into his bedroom to play video games. He's got Mickey Mouse wallpaper in his room.
Slay.
In his room.
Slay the game.
I'm not even kidding. So I'm just sitting there, and like he had like this metal frame bed. It was a twin bed, and I'm like, well, this ain't fucking happening. If I was horny, it ain't there anymore.
What if
I just fucking stare at Mickey Mouse's ears the whole time
right,
now?
Let's talk.
So I'm sitting there. We end up playing.
What game?
I think we were playing like Nintendo. No, what the fuck was it? It was a game I never played before, but it was like a multiplayer game. And his dad walked in and wanted to play with us. And I was like, okay. So it ended up being. It was fun. It was okay.
It was a good hangout. I brought some Doritos and
but
pizza.
I was frustrated. I wanted the day. And then he like walked me out. I was like, all right, we'll see you guys. I'm sorry. I just like, Yo, listen, if you're in your 20s and you have Mickey Mouse wallpaper, bro, and you can't just be like, I'm going to paint my room and, like, mature your room. Mature. Then what else, you know?
But how excited would you be if you found, like, an absolute dime piece? You go to his house or his apartment or whatever. It's well.
Oh, my God.
It's
such a turn on.
It's so well meant, like, kept and everything. And then you go to the bedroom and he has a race car bed. What would you do?
You know what? I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm into it. Especially if it was a race car water bed. I'm into it.
Water bed.
My back might hurt a little bit afterwards, but you know what? Whatever.
What a craze, by the way. Have you ever laid on a water bed?
Growing up, my parents used to have a water bed.
My dad did.
Yeah, it was like the thing, and then my dad had really bad back problems. I just remember them draining it finally, but that was popular back in the days, having a fucking water bed. And I'm sitting there like this. First of all, now that I look back on it, how the fuck do you do the dirty on a water bed? Because there's just no support.
100%.
Like, what? Like, you're rocking. What if you pop that motherfucker? The water would go everywhere.
So many questions.
What do you... So many questions. How did you even get your footing to, like, like, you're just, like, motion in the ocean. Like, it doesn't make any sense. How do you sleep on a water bed? How do you roll into each other? Oh, my, there's nothing comfortable about a goddamn water bed, bro.
How is this ever popular? Like, in today's day and age, it's all about, okay, how do we create beds that have zero motion sickness? So, like, if one person is rolling around, the other person doesn't feel shit. This is the exact opposite of that. Like, this is...
Who came up with water beds? Go to hell. What? And now there's people that are like, now that generation's grown up and they got back problems because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, for real though, like how do you do the bangle when you're like on the water? I've never done anything on a waterbed. No. I just remember as a kid.
I've laid on one. I've laid on one.
Yeah,
I've never owned one.
I've like you know. But then I remember my dad having this huge pump out the window and pumping it out because there was a leak.
Mm-hmm.
The duct tape wasn't gonna hold that shit anymore. Anyways.
You guys, welcome to episode 20. That's the intro to this episode. 20 full episodes. I went back and looked. Our first episode ever was on March 16th. How crazy is that?
March, April, May, June, July, August. It's almost been 6 months.
Almost.
Shut your fuck.
20
Shut up.
20 episodes.
What? Listen, why? Time needs to slow the fuck down. When did time ever get to be so goddamn fast, dude? I don't even know.
We're at almost 30,000 listens on audio only without the visual. That's just audio downloads of the podcast. So between Spotify, Google, Apple, iHeart, all those various platforms.
Yeah, but I want to know concurrent viewers. Who are the people that are coming back and listening? Yeah, and you guys.
You the
those
real
are the
homies.
OGs right
you the
there.
Real
Those are the real. You the goats, bro.
You can always tell because like you and I, there's certain episodes you and I will promote pretty heavily. You know what I mean? Like and the numbers will spike. And then there's gonna be episodes that like, you and I just got a shit ton going on. We're not able to sit down and create, a piece of content or something like that to promote it. But the numbers are still strong. We still pop out close to 1,500, 2,000 between the two. And those
that's awesome though.
You the real homies. That's what it is. You the real.
You the best. Who? We the best.
We the best forever. We the best. We did get a new review though, so we can go ahead and hop into that real quick because you guys freaking rock these, and we want to make sure we continue to share the love.
Yeah.
What did you write?
It must be a good review.
Hey, what did you write?
Is it bad?
And now, a review from you.
What did you write? Did I do it good?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What did you write?
That actually was pretty
good.
good.
Sound like him?
What did you write?
What did you write?
That's it. That's it. This is from Allard for Life. Title, Listen Now. Comment, such a great podcast. Bear and Tails work so well together and touch on a lot of things that people want to hear about. Super funny.
Yeah.
And worth a listen. You won't regret it. It's additive.
Good. Listen, if you're going to write it, we're going to read it. That's how it is.
We're going to read it. That's how it is.
Super funny and additive.
Additive.
Yo,
what does that even mean?
You guys, thank you so much for the love. Allard, we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're at 94 reviews right now on Apple. 6 shy of 100. So listen, if you guys haven't had your chance to get out and drop it.
Yeah.
We want
like it's hot.
Yeah, we want to cross over that 100 mark. 100 reviews.
Like it's hot.
Still at 4.9. I think there's 2 people who rated us down below because they're just haters. Ooh, what do you got there? What does that move?
I'm doing the Snoop. Bro, please tell me you've seen Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg commentating the Olympics.
It's the best thing ever.
It is the best. Please, and if you guys have seen it, you guys know exactly what we're talking about. So Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg, what's the Olympics gave them, or what was the
It's Peacock.
network that gave them the platform?
Peacock gave it to them.
Peacock gave them a platform to review and commentate the Olympics. And oh my God, do they need to make this into a TV show, because it is the best thing you will ever see in your fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
It is so fucking funny. I haven't been watching the Olympics.
I was about to ask, how
you.
much have you been watching?
I watched the TikTok moments. The only thing that I saw that was super frustrating was the horse thing. I guess there was like the horses for the ones where they jump over. The horses just were not having it, and women were crying, and it was just really. I didn't know that they didn't bring their own horses. I didn't know that they ride random horses because they're trying to prove their skill as a rider, right?
Yep.
I thought they had their horses that they usually have, which makes sense though, because that wouldn't be fair if they could ride their normal horse, right? So these horses are completely at random. I think they might have like a little bit of training time with them, but that's it. But these horses were not fucking having it.
No, and the problem was, the reason why the girl was crying is she went from first place to 33rd place because the horse didn't move. She had an entire flight in the final, whatever the hell they call it, flights or whatever they're called, where they all, do it before the score. She was in first place heading into that final flight, and the horse didn't move. It didn't jump over anything. It didn't do anything for her.
Well, that's fucked up though.
Yeah,
but like, because how do you deal with that?
You cry?
How do you like now? Like, obviously you can blame the rider so much, but like at the same time, it's like, what's going on with the horse?
Correct.
Like, you can't like put a goddamn like wild horse in there. I don't know. I don't know enough to speak on it, but all I gotta say is, so I haven't been watching it. I've just been seeing all the memes, like the what's the coach that went crazy, that was like going crazy behind the scene. Like I saw that one, that was really funny. I just have seen like meme TikTok on it, and I think it's great, but.
I love the Olympics. It's such good, just random TV. We watched, so this weekend I got away. I went up to northern Minnesota for a little bit, and it was a whole family trip. And at night and during the day, really, I mean, we just popped on the Olympic coverage because it's an easy thing to have in the background. And there's crazy shit that you forget is like, why is this even in the Olympics?
Handball, and speed walking.
Speed walking.
Oh my God.
Speed
walking, guys. Speed walking is the best shit you ever seen.
Wall climbing is nuts.
Oh, I saw that. You see the girl that was in first, and she missed it, and she fell down, and she was trying to get back up. Oh, like wall climbing is crazy.
Like there's the people who
Spider-Man.
Yeah, do it for like distance, you know what I mean? And like they're just crazy grip. Like I saw one girl who legitimately was holding her entire body up with one finger.
Oh my God.
It's nuts. But the speed, like the speed racing is insane.
Oh, they just like
they're running up the damn wall like a goddamn spider monkey.
Listen, if we were to have superheroes, they would be the first people that we would contact.
That'd be great.
Saying, we're gonna inject you with no.
What are we injecting them with?
We're injecting. Give me a second. It's coming. My brain is just really slow right now. We're gonna inject them with mutated genetics.
Genetics, okay.
And it's going to turn them into a superhero that's based off of their abilities of what they do great in life. So if you were to be injected with this, you would turn. So they would turn into like Spider.
So what would be yours?
Spider people. If I was to be injected with this mutated genocide, mine would probably be. You know what? Mine would be with sound. I would have the power to deafen people. I would have like a big
Sonic.
like something Sonic, something, because with my laughs.
And your wheezing.
You know what I mean? My wheezing, and then maybe some something with my cool dance moves. Maybe I'm really good at karate too, and like I can be a good fighter. What would yours be?
I'd be like Kirby. You know how the Kirby just sucks everything in? Just that'd be me.
We're talking about that glory hole back in the brothels. You're hired.
I'm gonna be your number one provider. Listen, what a superpower!
I would make so much money off you. It's not even funny.
Did you ever play Super Smash Brothers? By the way, like, were you big into Super Smash?
I have it now for my Switch, so I definitely. I mean, I used to play like all the Mario games when I was growing up. But yeah, Super Smash is fun.
I only say that because like Kirby's like one of my favorite players to play with there. I also like playing as like Pikachu and just being annoying. Because Pikachu has the one move that just shoots a lightning bolt straight down, and it's super annoying.
Pikachu.
Pika.
And literally all I would do is just float around the map and then just drop these little thunderbolts and just keep floating around.
Do you want to know the best player in Super Smash? And I'm about to let you know because it is by far I win every single time I play with this character.
Meta. Who's the meta?
Okay. I don't want to tell you.
You don't want to expose it? Listen, I'm trying to make some hot content here. I want to make some TikTok content, Super Smash coverage.
Okay. I'm telling you, if you do play this, you will never lose with this person.
I don't know. I'm not that great at the game, but yeah, who is it?
Rob.
Like Rob Deagle?
The robot. The robot. The robot guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've never played as him.
I think his name is Rob. He literally is so, like, underrated. I'm telling you right now, his name's Rob. He's the robot. He does this mechanism where he spins, and you keep doing it, and you pow, and you just push him off the fucking map, bro. I'm telling you, Rob is my guy.
I play as Pikachu with the little party hat. I gotta have the little party hat, otherwise I don't want it. I don't want it. My Pikachu doesn't have a party hat. I don't want it.
Rotate, baby.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want. So get this. This is the text message I just got. You're gonna find this hilarious.
What is it? Okay.
So I got a text message with like my OG squads, like my friends I've been playing with forever. And the text message today just goes, Lawnmower Simulator is down to just $25 on Xbox. And then my other buddy goes, does it have a co-op mode? And they go, unfortunately, no. However, according to developers, quote, we are exploring potential ideas for future content to make people aware of multiplayer. There's going to be multiplayer Lawnmower Simulator. And
I've never played that game before.
I am so here for it.
I'm here for it too, as long as I'm drunk.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Like oh my God. It is so funny.
You just mow a lawn?
Yeah.
Can you like kill yourself in it, like with the blades, or if you fuck up, can you like cut your arm off or something? Is it like?
I don't think so. I think literally it's like a simulator where like you're just going around. You're on the.
Why did I go straight to violence?
I don't know.
Why did I go straight to violence?
It's not.
Because I'm thinking of the babysitter with the grandma, the nanny game that I played, and the grandma like literally destroys the child. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be a lot of fun if they added that element into it. It's like you have to like change the oil, but you have to be very careful, you know, or you have to like sharpen the blades. You can't, you know. But that's crazy.
So listen, if we're trying to get that Lawnmower Simulator stream going,
I'm down to play it with you. I'm not even kidding.
Could you imagine a stream where we dress up as like typical dads? So like get the New Balances on.
Yes.
The like
and you put the Home Depot song in the
I gotta tuck in my shirt with the belt ankle high socks. And just mow lawns. Right? You need to bring back your mustache though from the pool stream.
Oh, absolutely.
Just
Jesus.
Just the handlebar mustache. That's all I want.
Absolutely. I'm playing speaking of new games, I'm just like I guess this game is not new, but they're coming out with the DLC tomorrow. I mean actually today, which is Tuesday. And they approached me and they wanted me to play it, so I have a sponsored stream tonight. And I played the game yesterday. Just because I wanted to get through the tutorial. They wanted me to play the tutorial before I streamed it, so I knew exactly what the game was. Because I've never played it before, and I am like...
Are you going to say what it is?
Yeah, I'm going to say what it is.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was a big build-up, or like if Tails just forgot to say it.
Because I want people to really understand that I have not played a game that has made me feel this way in a very long time. And I'm not talking about BRs or multiplayer and online. I'm talking about like just a regular like story mode game. You know what I mean? And I was blown away, 1 with the graphics, 2 with the storyline, and 3 with the fight sequences and what this game has to offer. And it was just so fucking cool. And I don't know when exactly the actual game came out, but I know the downloadable content is the new stuff's coming out tonight, which is why I'm playing it. But I was so giddy. I wanted to keep playing it after the tutorial, but I couldn't because I'm playing it tonight for 4 hours. Like, this is going to be a big stream. Like, they were like, we want you to play it. I'm like, okay, I'll play it for that. Like, you know, and
I saw your Instagram story on it.
Yeah, I am, like, super excited about it. It's not like any of the other game activations I've had. It's not like an app. It's not like it's not like Raid Shadow Legends. It's not like a simple, like Orcs Must Die kind of, like, fun little game. This is like badass. And I just love being able to have the opportunity to play the stuff and like get it out there, because it just reminds me that there are so many games out there outside of Warzone, outside of Apex, outside of the really popular games that are so fucking good, but are just don't get the attention. But I mean, I think this is a popular game. I don't know. But so the game I'm playing tonight is. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I won't say what it is.
What do you mean? By the time this podcast airs, you will have played it already.
No, because I don't want to. I don't know if you've ever played it, and I hope you have the same opinion as I do. Because if you're gonna sit here and tell me it's not a good game, like I literally am gonna knock you in the face. Because like
I don't play games. I don't play games.
I know. Godfall.
Never heard of it.
Listen,
I like that face you made.
I'm telling you right now. It's like, I think it's like, is it $20? I don't know on Steam how much it is. I don't think it's like a full expensive whole bear. It's made by Epic. Epic Games made it. It's like God of War good. I don't think it's in depth as like God of War, like with the story and stuff like that. But the graphics, the beginning fight scene, like I'm actually like, I went to my manager and I was just like, why can't I play this tutorial on stream? Like chat would freak the fuck out. I played it and I was just like, this is, I've never heard of it. I think I might have heard of it maybe when it first came out, but yeah, the armor, the aesthetic, aesthetic of the different characters and like their armor. Oh my God, it's ticking all the boxes for me. This game is ticked. And I haven't dove completely into the story, so I don't know exactly like all of it. But I'm telling you, like if you want to play something and just get goosies and like, but it's very God of War. Like you have ruins, you've got like you can upgrade your gear and stuff like that. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, how like you upgrade your like armor or you upgrade your like, you know what I mean? It's like Destiny, like that kind of thing. And then you have different ability points that you have to add into your ability. So it's like God of War, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I don't know how I missed this game and why I never played this game before. But I was done playing and I'm like, I'm stoked. And I never talk about a game like this.
That's
dope. The last time I had this feeling about a game was when I played the Tomb Raider series, the new Tomb Raider, and because those games blew me away. That is what I felt like. This so fucking good. But anyway, so like if you tune in tonight, watch a little bit. I mean, it's a 4-hour stream, so it's a long one. But like
I'm studying tonight, so I'll pop you up for sure.
Yeah, and then at some point, like I'm just saying, it's worth. I wish these games were more popular, because streaming wise. But it's also a game. I'm telling you right now, it's probably a game I'm going to play off stream, and I have not felt that way about a game to play it off stream like that in a very long time. So anyway, so tonight is by the time you guys hear this out, it will already have been passed. So if you guys want to go back and watch the VOD, it will be up. But I'm super stoked, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. The last game that I played as a campaign that blew me. I'm really enjoying Assassin's Creed.
Like really, like you get the giddy, like you play it and you're like, wow, like like the beginning sequence, like the intro to the game, really just like was like, what the fuck? What game was that for you?
That was The Last of Us Part 2. Was the most recent one. That game had me hooked the entire time that I was playing it. Yeah. I'm enjoying Assassin's Creed, but like I know what it is. It's just mindless, right? It's fun playthrough. It's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But the last game that really like locked me in at that level, that like there's moments where you're just like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it, hands down. I mean, and that game, I'm pretty sure it ended up winning Game of the Year last year. The Last of Us Part 2. I mean, it's just those games are incredible. I wish I had a PS5. Because actually, I've never actually played the God of War games, but I've seen them all. Like literally.
Wait a second, you've never played the new one's coming out.
I know.
Wait, I don't have a PS. Wait, is it on Steam? Do you know if it's just PS5?
Usually they're PlayStation exclusives. That's usually what.
But they wouldn't just have it come out on PS5 and not PS4, right?
Correct. It's probably both. It's probably gonna be both.
It better. I haven't hooked up my PS. I gotta hook it up.
But yeah, there's one I never really got. You know, I've been Xbox my whole life, so I never really got them. So
I mean, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I never played the other God of Wars. The most recent God of War is the one that I played, and when I played that game, I think the game was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the gameplay and I'm a big
epic.
graphics. Yeah. I'm a big graphics person. If it feels like a movie and you have some pretty insane scenes that are like, wow, like blows you away, like the big snake in God of War is beautiful, beautiful. the only thing that like can kill it so quick are the end of games and how they end. And I understand cliffhangers. I get that. But like if you're going to have all this epicness happen and the ending is so non-climactic, it will ruin a game for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't even need to be like big, huge action scene. But if you're going to have a cliffhanger, it better be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? God of War, the most recent one, the end of the game was not good. But then they had, after the credits, they had a cliffhanger. They had another cutscene. And I think like Thor shows up or something. Sorry, not trying to ruin it for anyone. It doesn't really do.
If you haven't played
anything.
at this
It's been
point,
out for
that's
a
on
while.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But the actual ending of the game was just not my cup of tea. It was just like, meh. So, but
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this game. Like, just tune in tonight and see. And
I will.
I'm excited. I'm just geeking out. I'm being a fucking nerd.
I fucking love it. But we do have some news to get into, so we can go ahead and pop into there.
News.
I want to know everything.
I want to know everything. What's the news?
Now, it's time for news and note worth.
News from around the industry in regards to gaming and content creation. Pretty light week, but a couple of things that are definitely worth talking about. Speaking of new games getting coverage and all of this, obviously we talked last week. I'm sure you guys are seeing it. There's been a huge exodus away from Warzone. A lot of top content creators are going to play other games. And it's not always love at first sight. And so what's happened is a lot of the big Warzone creators, specifically Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, Cloaksy, have gone over to Apex Legends and playing that more. And it has not been good. And as of Monday's stream, they were on full fucking tilt. And I mean full tilt.
It's a completely different game.
Completely different. And these guys
The
are good.
mechanics are just different.
They're good players. Like, I think Nick is like a diamond level player. Like, they're good players within the game. However, what they're running into is stream sniping is easier in those lobbies because there's less congruent players, you know, so it's easier to get in. And positioning matters way more than in Warzone.
It's way more strategy.
So they're
way
getting
more
they're
strategy.
getting stream sniped left and right.
Yep.
Which, listen, it makes for good content because they're just yelling at each other, and anytime you can get those guys just yelling at each other, it's hilarious
bantering and stuff like that.
But it just goes to show that like there's so much that goes into these games that, you know, when you talk about those top content creators and what is the rally point, like, how bad is it? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be rough for them. It's going to be a rough patch. And then you start thinking about, well, what game isn't going to be that way? Like, literally the only time that I think you can get away from that is multiplayer because the deaths don't matter as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, I dabbled in Apex a couple weeks ago with my crew, and I actually was enjoying the multiplayer. They have an arena where it's like 3v3. That was actually a lot of fun, and I think it's really good if you're trying to get into Apex to practice because you
Cruz
can
just
buy.
tweeted about it that she really enjoyed it too.
The arena
I honestly haven't played
it. It gets you in the mechanics of the gun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's completely different. So, and I just don't know how. I don't know. I feel like if I were to play it, I might switch to controller to play it because I don't know.
The problem,
I do love Warzone, and but I mean, this is also an opportunity for people that play Warzone to keep playing Warzone because it's not going to be as saturated because everyone's playing Apex, and you can kind of get more notice.
I actually had
people
that
are still watching, you know.
I had that thought the other day that I was like, I wonder how many of the cheaters kind of die off because they're not going to get as much recognition because there's not as much visibility.
Yeah.
But like last night we were running with what I call my demon squad, which is I put together like a bunch of players that are really good at the game.
Yeah, that's why I was not invited.
We just already had a full crew.
I was like, I literally go into a stream last night, and I'm like, hey, can I jump in next game?
No!
Like, no, we're full tonight. And I'm just like, okay. I would, like, because if I jumped in, it would have just been a fucking shit show, and it would have just been, I come for the laughs and the good times. That was a serious squad. I was just like, okay.
They were super sweat. And it's fun because they're all content creators, but like we had 2 players who were in the World Series of Warzone in there. We got the 1 dub in the night, and it was a 56 kill dub, so 56
awesome.
kills in the same game. It was nuts. But with all that said,
hackers?
We ran into a bunch.
Really?
A bunch. Probably 50% of our lobbies had one.
That's crazy to me.
Maybe more.
When I used to play Warzone all the time, I just never.
It's so
maybe
bad
ran
now.
into hackers once in a while. Like, and if it's really that bad, it's just like that. Like scares me. You know what I mean? But
it
like,
just kind of is what it is, and you hope that somebody else kills that because like they're not invincible. You know, like if you catch them if they're aiming at one person and you're able to shoot them while they're aiming at somebody else, you can win. But it does. I mean, there was one time, I was 300 meters away from somebody and he just beamed me like a laser. Yeah, and it's just like, okay.
I was talking to Mark Clark, and he said he's played for 6 hours straight and he only ran into like 5 hackers, so it wasn't that bad the last night for him. So it's just like I think it just depends, and it depends on how much it affects you. Like for me, like I've just always played the game for fun, and I've never really, if I died, I don't really pay attention unless they're like completely hacking. But I still enjoy playing it with the crew, and I don't know, it's fun. Maybe make it into like a game. How many hackers do we run into? If we hit 5 hackers in one night, then I'm gifting 10 subs. I don't know. Like, you just have fun with it. Yeah. Because it's still, I think, it's definitely taking a toll on the people that play it seriously and people that play it competitively. Yeah. For the people that are like, for me, that are like, I'm decent at the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not horrible like I used to be. I'm decent at it. I just don't, the hacking thing was never a big deal for me, but I see where it is for other people, and we'll see what happens. There's no way that Activision is not doing something about it, because they have to see their numbers are dropping off. So aren't they have a new season coming out next week?
Season 5, yeah. It's in 3 days.
So I think they're hoping that will bring it back around, but we'll see. Did you see the Ariana Grande concert for Fortnite?
I did.
People were complaining about it.
Why?
Because everyone complains about shit, because they said it was a lot shorter than what like Travis Scott concert was. They didn't play any of her popular songs. They were hoping that she would do some songs that she.
Because they didn't have the rights, or what?
I don't know, but I guarantee you it costs a shit ton to have her in that game. I think the skin is gorgeous, though. Mm-hmm. The skin that they came out with is gorgeous. Everyone's back to playing it now because it's the new season, right? I saw Ninja was back on that grind with some people, which I'm happy he's back in his happy place with that. Whatever. I mean, we'll see.
She's one of those artists. If you guys don't know, by the way, if you're a content creator, never play her music. She's one of those artists that her music gets flagged more than anybody else.
You will get hit DMCA'd hard.
Which is why I'm really curious, number one, how she popped into that role, and then number two, how expensive those rights were because of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't play one song that was absolutely a huge. If you ever play Ariana Grande, this is the part when I say I don't want you. I'm stronger than I've been before. That one, you will get immediately strike down. I get asked all the time on my streams, how are you playing music? How are you playing music? Because I'm not playing the mainstream shit, dude. Correct. That's why. I have 0 strikes on my account right now.
I do too.
And if I do play a mainstream song, that ends up getting muted in my VOD, but I never play the top artist. And if I do, it's a remix. That's all I say.
Yeah, there's very specific artists that are notorious for the strikes more than others.
Yeah.
And to your point, there's always there's ways to play the music, and you gotta know you're taking some form of risk. Obviously, it's copywritten music, but as long as you're comfortable with that, you can do it smartly and be just fine.
Exactly.
The new Suicide Squad hit, which has been critically acclaimed. I got my chance to watch it on while I was up north. I fucking loved it. I loved it so much.
Really? Do you think it's better than the first one?
Oh, hands down. So it's not quite a sequel, but it lives in the same universe, and it is in the standpoint of like it's got some of the same characters. It makes some reference points to the first movie, but it's not like
some of the same characters. Like, is Will Smith in it still?
Will Smith is not in the movie, but they like Idris Elba is. So what they did is the whole concept.
He's so fine, by the way. He's so hot.
Idris. Ooh.
Ugh. And he's got a hot name to go with it.
Is it the accent that does it for you, or what?
Abso-fucking-lutely, bro. What is he, British?
Yeah. Okay. But the whole concept behind Suicide Squad is that they're basically taking the villains from the DC universe that are in prison and having them complete missions for the government to lower their sentence as far as like their time that they have to serve. So it also helps solve, like, it was DC's solution to how are these villains constantly out of prison when Batman keeps putting them in there? You know, like, how do they keep getting out? Well, this is kind of the answer, is they're lowering their sentence because they're doing missions. So there's some new people that come in, like John Cena's in it, Idris Elba's in it.
Wait.
I love John Cena. Yo, do you not like John Cena?
No, I do not. I do not like him. It's because I've seen the other side of him from watching Total Divas on the WWE when he was dating one of the Bella twins or whatever and stuff like that. But like, I am not a John Cena fan.
I love John Cena in movies as far as an actor, because especially those roles where he has to play like the dumb brute, and he's just like the macho guy who's like overly macho. That's kind of what it plays well. But yeah, he's in it. But then you got the people that are from the first movie, like, you know, Viola Davis, and you got Margot Robbie. Like, there's just some really good stuff. So, I'll
definitely look forward to it. Where is it streaming on?
So it's on HBO Max, which is for free.
How much is it?
It's free, which is dope. Yeah, it's unlike the Disney movies where Yeah, like Black Widow, where you have to buy the subscription and then $30 on top of it. It's just free if you have the subscription, which is dope.
Damn.
But we'll see.
All right, well, I got to get on that. I got to watch that. How long is the movie? Is it long?
2:18, I think. So I mean, it's a full length movie.
It's pretty average. Most movies are 2 hours long, anyways. Nowadays, like that's just normal. It used to be an hour and a half, and it's worked its way to 2 hours. I don't know if you noticed that, but
it's super funny. Very, very violent. So if you're out there and you're thinking, you know, should I let my 13-year-old like watch this with us?
Does it have a good sex scene?
Doesn't. There's no sexy scene.
No.
I know.
No. I need a good scene in my life.
Margot's looking good though. You know what I mean? Like, yo, take it for what it is. You also get Idris in a tank top for a little bit. Like, yo,
take the muscles. I'll take that muscle.
Got a giant talking shark.
You know what? I can't wait to watch it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna watch it maybe today. Who knows?
But yeah, highly recommended. Super funny, super well done.
Awesome.
They knocked it out of the park, which is great. And the last piece of news I got for you is Back 4 Blood, the highly anticipated sequel to Left 4 Dead, officially did release, and the beta is it didn't release. The beta is open.
I saw that. I saw that on Steam, and everyone's playing. Is the beta free?
If you so they did a closed beta if you pre-order the game, and then the open beta I think happens on the 12th, so that'd be Thursday, I think, is when the open beta happens to the general public. So if you didn't pre-order the game and you want to give it a shot, you can. If you guys are unfamiliar with the gameplay style, it's pretty simplistic. It's a co-op game. So it's you plus 3 others, teams of 4 fighting off zombie hordes. You customize your character. Each, what they call cleaner has different skills and abilities that help the team. So it's a good cooperative.
It's pretty common. It's pretty common. Most video games are like that these days.
It's a very tried and true formula, right?
Well, yeah. And I just think that's why sometimes some of these games that are coming out are just fucking stale.
Yeah.
Because it's the same format. It's the same, and I really don't even know what it would look like to change that up, and what that would even, like, the different type of template in regards to like a different multiplayer kind of game. But it's just I mean, you get some elements to it though, like not from the Back 4 Blood necessarily, which reviews of it have been good, by the way. People just say it does still feel like a beta, but it's fun, it's arcadey, it's good, clean fun. But to your point, there's also games that, try to create a new template. Like when we talk about our gameplay with like It Takes Two, I mean, how many times have we stopped and said, yo, this is dope? Like there's just, it's just a really different gameplay feel of just. Exactly. But the big part of games being successful are the cutscenes and the story and the graphics, period.
Yes.
That is what brings people into it. So let me ask you a question. E3.
Yep.
What was that game that had that commercial? They had a whole story and they were shooting these zombie looking things. It was very cartoony looking. It was dope. Like, it was really cool, and it was a new game. Is that's not this isn't that game. This is, I can't remember the name of it, but they were like never mind. I can't explain it right. But it was at E3. It was like a game premiere that was coming up soon, and it was cartoony, and they were fighting off these like zombie looking characters, and they each had different abilities.
That was probably
really cool.
Probably Back 4 Blood. I mean, if it was anything zombie, so the only 2 zombie games that came out.
No, but it was cartoony. It wasn't like realistic. And I think Back 4 Blood is realistic characters. They look kind of like real people.
A little bit. I mean, it's very.
No, it's definitely not. It's not. These were like vampires. They were vampire things.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that game?
Yep. So that's Red Dawn, not Red Dawn, something like that.
Yeah.
That's in production, so that's gonna be coming.
Oh,
yeah,
that looks.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, that's a co-op, basically, vampire hunting game.
Yeah,
is where you're hunting vampires and making your way through to like capture and kill like a main vamp. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be sweet. We'll go ahead and see. I don't know. There's just, the problem is because of COVID, there's not a lot of these titles that like, I've been super excited for. We got Battlefield, we got Halo. But Back 4 Blood's probably the game.
You know what I played? You know what I played for the first time last night? So I wanted to try it. Valorant.
How'd you like it?
is it just me or does it annoy the piss out of anyone else that you can't run? You can't run.
Is it really just walking?
There's no, when you hit shift, it makes you slow walking so you can't hear your footsteps. So, and then when you let go of shift, you're just, your standard walk is your run. I'm like, I want to hit shift and just go, bro.
Yeah.
And when you can't, it's a very slow moving game. It's not fast paced compared to the other games. And I didn't know that you had to buy your weapons and you got money and you upgraded your weapons that way and stuff like that. But
I've never played.
It was definitely something that I would play again. I just don't know the strategy behind it. So it's very new. The tutorial was great. It kind of taught you some stuff. And each character has their own thing. So it's just very, I know you have to really, really learn it to get good at it and know. But, I mean, I got some kills off. I'm like, okay, there's some corners I just got wrecked on because it's a very slow-moving game. It's very stealthy, and it's very strategy. It's not push, and I like to push sometimes, you know. I would play it again. It's just definitely different. I will say that.
I really have no problem, like, when it comes to that type of multiplayer, like, yo, I love COD's multiplayer. I think it's really, really solid. Like, it's still enjoyable and fun. It doesn't get the views if I'm playing it on stream like Warzone's going to. And I get that.
Yeah.
It's also hard
unless you're nasty at it. Unless you're nasty at it and you can play like search and destroy and kill the whole fucking team on your own. Then you're going to get the views. That's the only way.
Which I am. Just completely nasty at the game.
I want to get it. No, to be honest with you, I want to get a team together for search and destroy. And just, and like actually play for reals. Because search and destroy, if you have a good team and you keep winning, we'll bring in good views. But again, you know, I think the whole thing is the gaming industry is in a very weird place right now.
Mm-hmm.
The gaming industry everyone's just trying to figure themselves out. Everyone's just trying to figure out what to do because so many content creators played Warzone and that's their baby. And because Warzone is not doing so great for them right now, they're trying to switch it up and go to other games and figure it out. And that's why it's so important, especially if you are going to become a streamer, to make sure that you are creating a brand as a whole in regards to your variety and what you're playing.
Can't be tied to one thing.
Honestly, you need to like make it.
It changes.
All
so
encompassed.
Fast.
It's true. It just goes to show you that, you know, grinding one game all the time and not being diverse in the content you're putting out there for your viewers so they accept you when you play other stuff, it's just so important. And if the biggest example of that is Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
He will always be the best at Fortnite, and that's what he grew up, you know, playing and how he was so popular doing that. But if he plays any other game, it falls off. Like, you want to just create a brand and create yourself as all-encompassing on everything, on all different levels. And that's a real good, hardy streamer platform to be on, like foundation to be on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a lot of success that can come from that. Like you talk about, there's some of the creators that, because they found so much success through COVID, people like Lucci, right? Who's a great example of somebody who was so Warzone dependent and Rebirth that he was really kind of scared what would happen when I jump out to a new game. And he's saying that like some of his numbers as he's switching over to Splitgate are higher than his Warzone content now because, you know, the people are engaging and it's different and it's new and you don't want to be like everybody else.
Everyone's going to say that.
Well, I mean, he's actually showing his data though of like, you know, he posts his YouTube short and it's his #1 YouTube short for the month is his one Splitgate one versus all of his other content. And especially a game like Warzone that's been so tapped, like it is what it is. It's okay to be there. And especially if you're a grinder from the standpoint of you're a tournament player, like, yo, this is where you make your revenue and you really get by off your gameplay. But if you're a content creator and an entertainer, like you got to be diversifying and having moments where, yeah, you're playing solo games, you're playing different games, you're testing it out, you're testing the markets. And then realistically understanding that sometimes you're going to get maybe lower views because I switch and play a game. But like some of my highest follower counts is when I go to a new game because I bring my community over and I'm, you know, like Rocket League's a good example. There's not too many Rocket League players in the late night, that are getting 100 viewers when they're playing Rocket League or 80 viewers. So I'll get
that's you're playing that market. You're gonna get more followers because you're higher up on that list and people are gonna find you easier and it's not so saturated. Absolutely,
correct.
Absolutely. I just think it's really testing a lot of streamers right now to really push themselves and try to, you know, be different. And I'm happy because I really hope people figure it out, because there's if you want to be really successful, there's just more to streaming and more out there than just playing the same game over and over again. Like, really start branching out and doing other things, because to be honest with you, like, there's a lot of people out there that like the Warzone content, don't get me wrong, but God, does it get fucking stale so fucking fast because everyone's fucking doing it. Mm-hmm. It gets so stale. Like, it really does. And I just, sometimes, like, I literally have just been, you know, I just feel like I'm like a prime example of that. I basically do whatever I want, and for the most part, unless it's like a sponsored stream, I'm playing a game I've never played before. People are like, "What are you playing?" You know what I mean? It's just proof that it does work. You just have to work at it.
Trust the process.
Exactly.
Build your brand. Be yourself.
Exactly. Because I feel like there's a lot of streamers out there that are fucking lazy, that rely on not putting the effort in that they need to put into, and now that's coming full circle.
Correct.
Because the game that they are so reliant on is not popular, so switching over, and now, you know, which is fine, and I'm happy. I'm glad people, but I really feel like it's making people work more for their content, and really makes them see that there's a lot more to it. Mm-hmm. And I think it's getting a lot of streamers that are lazy to not be lazy. So win-win. You know what I just realized this whole entire time? I literally been playing with my piece of gum.
I haven't noticed actually at all. That's weird.
This is gum.
That's weird as fuck.
This is gum from last night when I was chewing and playing. I put it down on my desk, and I just picked it up, and I've been playing with it this whole fucking time. It's gum. It's dried up gum, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's very satisfying to play with it.
Yo, that's disgusting as fuck.
No, it's not. It's just like rubber. It's just rubber. Like, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm not gonna put it back in my mouth.
No!
Oh, it's still minty. It's still minty.
It's been all over your hands and your oils and think about it.
Okay. Ew, stop. Now I'm grossed out.
I don't want it. You guys, this has been episode 20 of the podcast. We fucking love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the ride. 20 episodes has been absolutely insane. Make sure to follow us on everything, you guys. Check out the videos out on YouTube if you haven't. Drop to subscribe there. And then obviously on the audio for Spotify, Apple Music, iHeart, everywhere you can basically find podcasts.
And stay tuned. SWEEETTAILS Brothel coming to a city near you.
Glory holes for everyone. You guys, we hope you're staying safe, stay happy. Until next time, guys. Happy gaming.
Bye.
That was another episode of the Bear and Tails podcast.
You want more?
Oh my God, I would love some.
Make sure to subscribe and share, and catch both Bad Bear Gamer and SWEEETTAILS live on their streams out on Twitch.
We're just big vibes, you know what I mean?
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Don't forget to follow the show on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram
At Bear and Tails Podcast.